So you're just given some sort of string, phone mapping, where between each of the letters you map to a bunch of characters, and then given some numbers, you want to find all of the possible character mappings that you could create. The thing that's missing from this is that you don't also have the picture between the mappings, but basically it's like a normal phone where it's 2 to ABC, 3 to DEF, 4 to CHI, 5 to JKL, 6, yeah, wait, hold on. Yeah.
Okay, I see. So I need to, given a number or digit, I have to output all the possible combinations. Okay.
Yeah.
So
That you could
given
get from that
5,
number.
yeah. Okay, seems pretty straightforward for this one. It's gonna be basically uh, a backtracking solution. Uh, so where given a number, I try to, so 2, 3, I will try all the 2's and the 3's together. So I'll just output all the different combinations. For 2 is going to be A, B, C. So for A, I'm going to try out for the stuff for 3. It's going to be D, E, F. And then for B, I'm going to do the same thing, D, E, F, C, D, E, F. But yeah, I think that's basically the solution. I don't think there's anything that you can do to speed this up.
Right.
It's going to be the worst case every time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much just code for the most part.
Yeah.
So sounds good to me. Let's try and code this out.
All right, cool. So let me do it in function public static. I'm given string. So the first thing I will have to do is like create this kind of like mapping. Like it's going to be just a dictionary.
Okay.
Or it doesn't have to be a dictionary really. It could be just a simple array of strings.
Okay.
Because I can have, so let's say digits is equal to new string, and I can have, so if it's from 2 to 9, that means it's 8 of them. Or I could do, just for the sake of like it being easy, 10. I'll just only get the ones 2 to 9. So in that case, like that, yeah, I can do this. For the work included, first it's gonna be empty, empty, so 0, 1. And then it's actually A, B, C, and it's E, F, and then it's 2, 3, 5, 6. Then I have a string input. So what I'm gonna do is for is for so I think what I'm gonna do is this is I want to do it. It's gonna be easier to do it recursively.
Okay.
Oh, I have to do it. So for, I'll just take this out here. Maybe uh, for each input value. So for each of those, so for each character, it's dot get char at I. So that's gonna be the digit, and then I'm probably gonna have to create a helper. This, give it the input. Um, so what's it gonna be is just so what this function will do, it will actually just give me a second. I kind of have the idea in my head. So like for each, so I get the string for that digit, and then for each of those, I will call the function again. But now, okay, so this will actually have the be like a string that will put together the whole string, and then of the get combination, and then it will be given the actual so list of strings results is equal to new. That's what will be returned. And this will actually take and they will be adding it to it. So
Okay.
what I actually need to I will pass in the for loop here. Actually no. Yes, so for each digit here, I'm gonna have some mapping of like the letters that it has, and for each of those letters, I'm gonna for each of those letters, I'm gonna go through them um, and call the function. So I choose one here, so it'll be at first A, then pass, then I go to the second one, to the second digit, and for example it's D, it's 3, so we will do D. At first you'll pair up A with D, then A with E, then A with F,
So earlier, one thing you said was that this would be a backtracking solution, right? So
Yeah.
aren't you kind of building up like a, oh, is that what the string builder does? It gives you a partial result, like a partial string that you can append to?
Yes. Yes.
Got it.
So like a string builder will be uh, yeah, kind of like the thing that's gonna be that I'm gonna be appending to and then deleting from.
Right. So the way
So
to think of it is, or maybe something that helps is, when do we decide that we're done building the string?
when the string builder's length is gonna be the same as the input's length,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's when I'm gonna add to result. Um, so that means that what I need to do is I take that digit, I get the string associated with it, like letters, it's gonna be digits. That's it. And I need to, so that char digit is gonna be hate converting. I forgot. I think it's just have a digit. I can just subtract this thing. It will give me the actual number, and then so those letters, and then for each of those, there's G plus plus. What I'm gonna do is mm, okay. I mean, it's kind of like a standard backtracking for some reason. Like I don't know why, but it's not coming to me. So if I have like a for so for each one, I'm gonna call the combination, and I will choose a
Yeah.
letter.
Maybe, uh, you said the backtracking isn't coming to you, so you already mentioned what the how you would terminate, right? Or decide that you're
Yeah.
done. So maybe you could
Mhm.
write the base case for get combination in that case.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
start from there.
Yeah. Let's see. SD dot length to input length, then res result dot add string and return. That will be the base case. So you will just add to the result and then return. So what I'm gonna do here actually is mm,
You still
and
have
then,
the similar thing that you're trying to do, right? Above,
yeah,
though it's below.
yeah, that's the thing is like I need to unify that. I think I actually just have to do it in the get combination, everything. So I will need, I will actually, um, so I will go through the input and I will, so okay, so for each of the inputs, I'm gonna get some letters associated with it, and I'm gonna go through those and append those separately to SB,
Okay.
and then call and letters char at then I'm gonna call get. So like that's the key like kind of element here in the nation. And then I need to remove that SB.
Okay.
So the only thing is like I'm a little confused about is I think mm, mhm. So for each input I'm gonna the only thing is like there's like two for loops, so it makes it a little more complicated to think about. Is I have an input and then I have letters. So at first it's gonna be A, B, C, let's say, and then I for each of those I add to SB and then call the get combination. So on the second call, he actually has to come and not start from 0, but start from the second, because if it starts from 0, it's going to be AA again,
Yeah.
and then AB.
Seems like.
So it's going
Sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, it has to be. So I need to like mark maybe like a start.
Right. Uh, yeah, that's definitely part of it. But it seems like you're mixing together two different ideas, right? You're mixing together an iterative approach as well as a backtracking approach in the same
Yeah,
method.
yeah, yeah. I
'Cause,
think like I was. Mhm.
get
Uh,
combination seems to only work on one index, right? Not multiple. It's in the recursive part that it works on multiple, but on a single call, right?
Can you say that again? Like I'm having
On
to
a single
parse.
call, it seems like it's only meant to work on one index of your initial number based on the code that you've written, but you
Yeah,
seem to be mixing up both that part and
yeah.
some iterative approach.
I see what you mean. I think I see what you mean. I think I think the solution is either taking this for loop. No, that wouldn't be the case. So no, I know what you mean, but I don't know why like my brain isn't like functioning normally right now. Like I've done these kind of problems before, but
Okay,
so
so
whatever.
how are we calling get combinations through the initial call? Maybe that is helpful to think of.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So let's say here we'll just make sure because it feels more like it. So I'll just call it an input. I'll call it the other uh, as 0. So call it on that. So that means that it will start from 0 and it will go through all the inputs here. And for each one of those, so I do need to get, so for each letter on those, the only thing is like here, um, hmm, so this kind of will work. Um, so for example, yeah, let's start at 0. So you will get the ABC as
Okay.
letters. Or it's gonna take A, it will append to SB, then we'll call get combinations on the same input, SB, and start +1.
Okay, so just high level, what happens on the next loop of our for loop then? you have this get combinations recursive call. You've gone ahead and finished the entire set, and now you're back at an empty string, right, for your string builder. But now you are going to the next, next value for I. How does that work out?
I think I see what you mean. So like at first, like we started with 0, right? So I add A to B, then I will add B, then I will add C. Right? So at first I will add A, then call the get combinations. It will do the AD, AE, and AF, and then at the end it will remove that, and then go to another J. Oh, okay, so the J's will be finished, and then when the J's are finished, I see what you mean. And then we will go to 3, I guess. I think I see what you mean, where like now the 3 is going to be paired up. I mean the second.
Just it on its own. Yeah.
I guess I don't actually have to do this for loop because it doesn't really make sense. I just need to separate that and here get this. I'd rather call it I.
Right. Yeah. So that looks good to me. And I guess given the 1 hour mark, we can leave out the individual test case portion. I think the core logic is okay. We can go, I guess, just for some feedback in a short 5 minutes. So going over both questions, I think the one part that I think the common theme that shows up for both is that it's kind of a process to get from the idea and turning that into working code. Usually, I'd say there's a couple of hints required, but for the problem-solving portion, that's definitely good. You did go into solving the wrong problem initially for the first question, but then you were able to, connect the ideas together, right? Between the first question and the actual thing, as well as include the right complexity, which should say it's solid. There was, I guess, one portion that I was trying to hint at, maybe that you didn't get until a little bit later on the first question, on basically trying to hint out the if it's equal to condition. Whereas where it's that it turns out that it is that node exactly. I think the stuff on line 72 to line 75 you don't really need, because I think the if, else if, and else are cover all cases. So really the easiest way to I'll print this on top on line 55. The easiest way to think of this is really that it's 4 cases. I mean really 3 because we excluded the null case. It's 1 cur is p, 2 cur is q, and then 3 p or q, cur is in left, is right, or you return cur, right? So I think without the line 81 to 84, that still covers. But that's just like nitpick. That's not a huge thing. Overall, I'd say that this would pass on. When it comes to the on-site or not on-site, but I think typically for something like this, maybe somebody would require an extra phone screen, if anything, just because it's not super conclusive. Because though we got to functioning code, I would say that there's a lot, more to get there. And that a lot of the, say, bugs would have to be pointed out.
That makes sense.
yeah, I guess that would be my overall, you know, feedback. Oh, I did forget one thing. You should definitely, you know, I want to say be able to say when you're done with your final solution. I think there was some, you know, hesitancy on your part on whether your code was correct. Easiest way to, you know, cover that is don't override the previous test cases that you wrote. Keep them after you've gone through them. When you rerun the code, you can refer to the previous test cases and say, oh, these are the exact same. And then you know that, you know, I probably covered all the cases then. This is my final solution then. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good suggestion. Yeah, because I was when overriding, maybe like you when you change the code again, the previous test cases might not pass again, you know, or something like that.
Yeah. So you can just reuse your previous work. Yeah, I think that's everything on my part. Did you have any questions for me?